Welcome to JoyTube, where we bring relatable meanings to the ancient texts and biblical stories that ordinarily you do not think how it relates to you. Subscribe to JoyTube to follow us in this epic journey that explains how far we human beings come since creation, the things that happened and why they happened, including what is next in God's plans concerning the creation of His hands. Today, we are looking at the kiss Judas gave Jesus Christ to betray him. This betrayal landed the Lord Jesus to his death on the cross. Judas was the treasurer of Jesus' ministry. The Bible recorded that Judas was not faithful to the money in his care. In Galatians 5 verse 9, a little leaven leavens the whole lump. That sin you think is small ends up destroying a whole life. Let's dive in to explore this interesting story. The deadliest wound is not the one from a sword or a bullet. It is the stab of betrayal from the ones we trust. The kiss of Judas, it didn't stop 2,000 years ago. It happens every day, in families, in friendships, in the church, and even at work. But the question is, how do you recover when the person you trust the most is the one who sells you out? This story will shake you to your core. We have Judas in the family also. Blood makes you related, but loyalty makes you family. And sometimes, even blood can betray. Michael and James were brothers, not just in blood but in soul. They grew up together, fought battles side by side, and shared dreams of success. But when their father passed away, leaving behind an inheritance, greed whispered into James' ears. He forged documents, took the entire estate, and left Michael homeless. Michael, in his pain, recalled Joseph's brothers in the Bible, selling him for 20 pieces of silver. His own brother was his Judas. The pain of family betrayal runs deeper than any wound. It destroys trust, creates generational hate, and leaves scars that never fully heal. How many people today have been betrayed by their own blood? How many have lost everything because a relative played the role of Judas? Family betrayal is one of the most painful experiences in life. It's not just about money, land, or power. It's about broken trust, stolen love, and shattered relationships. The sibling rivalry turned deadly. Imagine growing up with a sibling you loved and protected. You shared childhood memories, ate from the same plate, and had dreams of building a great future together. Then, one day, that same sibling turns against you, not an enemy from outside, but your own blood. They manipulate situations, steal from you, spread lies about you to the family, or even block your success out of envy. You ask yourself, how could my own blood do this to me? But betrayal is not about blood, it's about the heart. Think of Joseph in the Bible. His own brothers sold him because they couldn't stand seeing him rise. The parent who betrays their child, a mother or father, should be a child's protector. But what happens when the parent is the source of pain? Some parents favor one child over another, creating a deep wound that lasts a lifetime. Others steal from their children, use them for personal gain, or abandon them when they are most vulnerable. Many children grow up without emotional support because their parents choose their own interests over their responsibilities. This betrayal can lead to lifelong scars, trust issues, and broken self-esteem. The relative who stabs you in the back. Maybe it's a cousin, uncle, or aunt who pretends to love you but secretly plots your downfall. Some families fight over land, inheritance, or even family businesses, turning once loving relatives into enemies. You lend them money, thinking they will pay back, but they disappear. You support them in their time of need, but when your time comes, they ignore you. Worst of all, they gossip about you to others, turning the family against you. Betrayal from family doesn't just hurt, it leaves a lasting emotional wound. Some people take years to recover. Some never do. But how can you avoid this pain? How to avoid being hurt by family betrayal? 1. Accept that not all family is loyal. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming that family automatically means loyalty. The truth? Some family members will betray you worse than strangers. Instead of being shocked when betrayal happens, be prepared, not in paranoia, but in wisdom. Jesus knew Judas would betray him, yet he still sat at the table with him. 2. Set boundaries. Not everyone should have access to you. Just because someone is your sibling, cousin, or parent doesn't mean they should have unlimited access to your life. Protect your personal information, finances, and emotions. If a family member has a history of betrayal, don't keep giving them the opportunity to hurt you again. Trust should be earned, not given blindly. 3. Watch for signs of jealousy and resentment. Betrayal often doesn't happen overnight. It starts with small signs, backhanded compliments, "You think you're better than us now." Gossip and rumor spreading behind your back. A change in attitude when you succeed. They only support you when you are struggling, but when you rise, they turn cold. Pay attention. The Judas in the family always reveals himself. Just watch their actions. 4. Don't share everything with family. Some betrayals happen because people talk too much. If you're planning a big move, a business deal, or a new opportunity, keep it private until it's done. Joseph's mistake was telling his brothers about his dream before it came true. Your success is your secret weapon. Guard it. 5. Forgive, but don't be naive. Forgiveness frees you, but it doesn't mean letting the same snake bite you twice. If a family member betrays you once, forgive. If they betray you twice, learn. Don't hold bitterness, but also don't give them the chance to hurt you again. 6. Be independent. Never rely on family for your success. Many betrayals happen because people put too much trust in family. Build your own career, money, and stability so that if betrayal comes, you stand strong. If Joseph had depended on his brothers for success, he would have died in slavery. Instead, God made him rise without them. How to rise after family betrayal. If you've been betrayed by family, you are not alone. Joseph was betrayed by his own brothers, but he became a ruler in Egypt. David was hunted by Saul, his own father-in-law, but he became king. Jesus was sold by Judas, but he rose again in power. Betrayal is painful, but it cannot stop your destiny. Sometimes, the Judas in your family is only there to push you towards your real purpose. Don't let betrayal define you. Let it refine you. Have you experienced family betrayal? Drop your story in the comments. Let's expose the Judas in our lives. The Judas among friends. A friend's betrayal is worse than an enemy's attack because you never see it coming. Sandra and Lisa were best friends for 10 years. They shared secrets, tears, and dreams. But Lisa envied Sandra's success, her loving husband, growing business, and happy life. Jealousy is a seed that, when watered, grows into betrayal. Lisa spread rumors about Sandra at work, destroyed her business reputation, and even flirted with her husband. When Sandra found out, she wept bitterly, not because of the lies, but because she never imagined the dagger would come from a friend. The irony? Lisa acted as if she was still Sandra's biggest supporter, all while plotting against her behind closed doors. How many friendships have been destroyed because of envy and hidden jealousy? How many people today are smiling in your face but secretly hoping you fail? Judas is not always an enemy. Sometimes, he is the one you call bestie. Young ladies in the church should pay very much attention to this, that your bestie, that is your right-hand person, you share everything with her, you tell her everything about you, you don't keep your secrets from her. One day she will use those secrets against you. Besties have snatched suitors from their so-called besties. Not everyone in church is of God. Even Judas sat at the Last Supper. Pastor Elijah was known for his powerful sermons and kind heart. He built his church from nothing, helping widows, orphans, and the less fortunate. But his assistant pastor, the one he trusted like a son, sabotaged him. He leaked false stories to the media, accusing Elijah of fraud and immorality. The church board turned against Elijah. The members he prayed for, counseled, and fought for, abandoned him. The assistant pastor? He took over the church Elijah built. And Elijah? He left with nothing but his faith and a broken heart. How many churches have fallen because of hidden betrayal? How many leaders have been destroyed by those they trusted? The greatest pain is not from the world, but from those who sit beside you in church. The Judas in the workplace. Not all colleagues are your colleagues. Some are just waiting for the right time to betray you. Kevin worked in his company for 15 years. Dedicated, loyal, and hardworking. He trained his junior colleague, David, showing him everything he knew. But when a promotion opportunity came up, David lied to the boss that Kevin was stealing from the company. Without investigation, Kevin was fired, his reputation ruined. Meanwhile, David got the promotion. Kevin sat in his car that night, crying, not because he lost his job, but because he had been stabbed by the very person he helped. How many careers have been destroyed because of betrayal? How many hardworking people have been falsely accused, losing everything? The legacy of betrayal in society. Betrayal is the virus that has infected families, friendships, churches, and workplaces. It shatters trust, destroys dreams, and leaves behind a world filled with broken hearts. Families are torn apart because of greed. Friendships collapse because of jealousy. Churches fall because of ambition. Workplaces become toxic because of selfishness. But the truth is, Judas never wins in the end. Michael, who was betrayed by his brother, rebuilt his life and became even wealthier, while his greedy brother ended up in debt. Sandra, who lost her best friend's loyalty, discovered true friendships and built an empire. Pastor Elijah, though betrayed, started another ministry that grew beyond his imagination. Kevin, who was falsely accused, was later proven innocent and got a better job elsewhere. Betrayal is real, but it doesn't define you. Judas sold Jesus for 30 silver coins, but Jesus still rose again. The betrayals you suffer today may hurt, but they won't stop your destiny. Have you ever been betrayed by a friend, family member, church leader, or colleague? Drop your story in the comments below. Let's expose the Judas in our lives. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful contents. Betrayal may be painful, but overcoming it is even more powerful. Stay safe and see you in the next video.